sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left for niggas, so the streets was that a race. Been out here working,
Drinking that pain away.
we out here working.
Trying to stack up for rainy days.
Gasoline wrap with the vacuum seals. Moving weight, we got package deals. Break it down, that's a half a pill. So much money, what about a bill? Independent, what about a deal? We doing good, what about a bill? Own the ship, plus we own the ship. We don't own ship. Distribute supreme logic through fiber optic. So the profit is 100%. The afterburners ain't concerned with haters. Earn it with learners, discerning you fakers. Money turn up and I'm licking the acres. The bars is golden, ain't talking to Lakers. All my life I had to deal with. Coming up was just a little bit, not a little bit. Became a lot, now I gotta deal with you little shits. I ain't concerned with the small talk. This is 365, no call-offs. Your bitch with me when she call off. Rapping fur at the log house and we working.
Yeah, we out here working.
You by the corner store,
We out here working.
trying to do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold,
We out here working.
never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left for niggas, so the streets was that a race. Been out here working.
Drinking that pain away.
We out here working.
Trying to stack up for rainy days.
Let's go.
Rubber bands on the C-notes. White girl, color kilo. Deep up on the corner, he the owners. We don't wanna piss on my amigo. Powder coke like in Panama. Play the game like an avatar. Chasing pot of gold in and out of hole. Applying pressure like a China lock. Life living through camera lens. Moving snow like an avalanche. Then they got a house, it's not the right amount. She walk it out in it, it's not a dance. Diamond Dan, try not to glance. Fire hit him like Rodamans. You got the juice ballin' with the troops, hang 'em on the news. Simon says, out here working with a yell, getting to the mail. Super strong smoke smell. Money getting palm, itching palm, fishing. My attention was fish scale. Wholesale it, then retail. Only foreign that with V12. Going harder than a seashell. Heaven get me up in this
we
hell.
out here working.
He by the corner store,
We out here working.
trying to do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold,
We out here working.
never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left for niggas, so the streets was that a race. Been out here working.
Drinking that pain away,
We out here working.
trying to stack up for rainy days.
Yeah.
The most interesting DJ in the world.
It's your boy DJ
Chicago to Vegas, baby. That's DMG.
Yeah, we out here working.
He by the corner store,
We out here working.
trying to do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold,
We out here working.
never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left for niggas, so the streets was that a race. Been out here working.
Drinking that pain away,
We out here working.
trying to stack up for rainy days.
Gasoline wrap with the vacuum seals. Moving weight, we got package deals. Break it down, that's a half a pill. So much money, what about a bill? Independent, what about a deal? We doing good, what about a bill? Own the ship, plus we own the ship. We don't own ship. Distribute supreme logic through fiber optic. So the profit is 100%. The afterburners ain't concerned with haters. Earn it with learners, discerning you fakers. Money turn up and I'm licking the acres. The bars is golden, ain't talking to Lakers. All my life I had to deal with. Coming up was just a little bit, not a little bit. Became a lot, now I gotta deal with you little shits. I ain't concerned with the small talk. This is 365, no call-offs. Your bitch with me when she call off. Rapping fur at the log house and we working.
Yeah, we out here working.
He by the corner store,
We out here working.
trying to do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold,
We out here working.
never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left for niggas, so the streets was that a race. Been out here working.
Drinking that pain away,
We out here working.
trying to stack up for rainy days.
Let's go.
Rubber bands on the C-notes. White girl, color kilo. Deep up on the corner, he the owners. We don't wanna piss on my amigo. Powder coke like in Panama. Play the game like an avatar. Chasing pot of gold in and out of hole. Applying pressure like a China lock. Life living through sauce is not the right amount. She walk it out and it is not a dance. Diamond Dan try not to glance. I hit him like Rodamans. Who got the juice ballin' with the troops? Hang 'em on the noose. Simon says, out here working where he yell. Getting to the mail, super strong smoke smell. Money getting palm, itching palm fishing. My intention was fish scale. Wholesale it then retail. Only foreign that with V12. Going harder than a seashell. Heaven get me up in this
we out here working.
You by the corner store?
We out here working.
Tryna do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold.
We out here working.
Never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left for niggas, so the streets was that a race. Been out here working.
Drinking that pain away.
We out here working.
Tryna stack up for rainy days.
Yeah.
The most interesting DJ in the world.
It's your boy DJ
Chicago to Vegas, baby. That's DMG. Yeah, we out here working.
You by the corner store?
We out here working.
Tryna do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold.
We out here working.
Never gonna sell my soul.
Mama always told me I was gonna be amazing. Daddy left for niggas, so the streets was that a race. Been out here working.
Drinking that pain away.
We out here working.
Tryna stack up for rainy days.
This gasoline rap with the vacuum seals. Moving weight, we got package deals. Break it down, that's a half a pill. So much money, what about a bill? Independent, what about a deal? We doing good, what about it, Bill? Own the ship, plus we own the ship. We don't own ship. Distribute supreme logic through fiber optic. So the profit is 100%. The afterburners ain't concerned with haters. Earn it with learners, discerning you fakers. Money turn up and I'm licking the acres. The bars is golden, ain't talking to Lakers. All my life I had to deal with. Coming up was just a little bit, not a little bit. Became a lot, now I gotta deal with you little shits. I ain't concerned with the small talk. This is 365, no call offs. Your bitch with me when she call off. Rapping fur with the log house and we working.
Yeah, we out here working.
You by the corner store?
We out here working.
Tryna do the impossible.
We out here working.
Chasing that pot of gold.
We out here working.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good afternoon. So it's early, right? Early for me, but shout out, shout out everybody that's in here. We get this thing started, man. Here with a very, 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 very special guest. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? My man, Hiphop Gamer. Put him in the hot seat, ask him some of the hot questions. Like I said, as you guys come in, you be so kind to hit the like button. As normally, to type something in the chat. We're gonna shout you out, and we're gonna get this thing here started. So everybody just rocking out with us live, man. All right, we hop in here. We are live. We live.
And we are officially live.
We're live. I mean, like, if you guys come in, type something in the chat, we shout you out. You know what I mean? And hit the like button.
Alrighty, so starting from the top, I see Bob Pound Max in the house. What's up, Bob Pound Max? What's got Big Willie 54, along with Lex Perez 2010. Miss Freeze is here. Shout out to Miss Freeze. We got Antoine Tremble. Joe Henry the Pastor is also here. We got Lakers fan since '86. That's an OG right there. We also have Classic 153. Killer B 8045 is here, ready. King Reaper 74G, along with Yodega. That's about 7 shows in a row. Shout out to Yodega. D Power Chief is here. We got Capono 5150. Insane XXL is also ready. We got Emmanuel A1, Alpha Will, and SS9 Vegeta. Who did he get his vengeance last night or? Still working on that?
I think they went to overtime. I think they went to OT.
Oh, I mean, it's not over until it's over. So we also have Post Up. We got Who Else 22, along with Run Havoc. Joe Vargas. What's up, Joe Vargas? Big Stout. We got the Grid in the house. We have Tip Diamond with the whole $2. What up, Z? Time for that ambush journalism? Question mark. All right. We have Daniel Jack, Quan Costello. Tip Diamond once again. OG Professional with $2. Respect to Z and the Hip Hop Gamer. I got my blunt. All right. Hold on, we'll get to that in just a moment. We got Gotta Be Legend in the house. Ahmed's Algorithm is also here. What's up to him? Lordy Max. Gotta Be Legend. OG the Professional. We also have Mr. Ray showing up. Alex Escobar. We haven't seen him in a little bit. What up, Alex? We got 6200 block.
Shout out to
Anthony Chipmunk. Alabama Jones. What's up, Alabama?
Alabama Jones, bro.
Phillipson 22. We also have Ricky Brown. What's up, Ricky?
Rick.
Insane XXL. LPK Legend. 706 Gamer. What's good? Noah. Capono 5150. CFL Discuss. Poles Kings of Galvis. Pumpkin Queen. What's up, Pumpkin Queen?
Baby girl, what's good?
Ghost of New Orleans. Ghost of New Orleans. There we go. Sound 217. Looks got a big stat with the $2. Z, got your coffee? This is early for you.
Yeah, I know, bro. You know, I'm running on fumes right now.
But you'll make it work. So we got Brian Carter. You got Cyball. Let's see. John Martin's also in the house. John Martin. Yep. Styles Too Godly is here as well.
My brother. What's up, bro?
We got Mansoor Norzi. Let's see. That's all I can see for now. People are still probably funneling in.
John Martin, yeah, Styles Too Godly, man. So I feel so. But as you guys come in, you be so kind. Like I say, hit the like button, man. I know my man ain't got much time, so we're gonna get this thing blacking. You know what I mean? Well, let me send this out. You know what I mean? Hip Hop Game, what's up, brother? You can hear me loud and clear?
Yo, we live, we lit. I hear you, dog. Let's get it popping, son. You already know what it is, man. One love and God bless. Let's get it popping. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's get it on, son.
I ain't gonna lie, man. My man ain't got nothing but positive energy, man. And straight like that. But like I said, man, I believe in giving people their flowers while they can smell them. I started making content probably 2013. But like I say, I seen an article about you on VG charts. So I actually knew the guy who used to own. He may have sold the domain since then. But anyway, it was a guy named I think Bearded Gamer. He was he did maybe make strike a bell. He did an article, a piece about a video about you, was saying how he doesn't like how you're being blackballed in the industry. You know what I mean? Because we talk with slang and whatever the case may be. Do you remember the article or the video piece of what was going on?
You know what's so funny? I don't remember it like that. Like Bearded Gamer though. I know Bearded Gamer. I remember Bearded Gamer, but I don't remember that particular article. But it was and the reason why I say that because there was quite a few articles that talked about how I was treated.
Well, okay.
Yeah, so it's actually more than one. Yeah.
But then that's what you know what I mean? Like I said, I just knew anything about YouTube, and you had the Kratos thing with swords and stuff like that. This guy, I kind of relate to him. You know what I mean? He talk a little bit like me. You know what I mean? I guess even from New York. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. So
I'm from East New York, Brooklyn.
Okay, yeah, sure. And I'm like, all right, man. You know what I mean? They trying to blackball my man, Miss Service since then. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? So I didn't even know. Like I said, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about YouTube or people creating content. When I wanted to get my video game news, I would go to a website. Remember joystick.com, or I would go to GameSpot or something like that. So this opened up a whole new thing for me. You know what I mean? But like I said, you know what I mean? I take my hat off. You've been rocking in the game for a minute. You know what I mean? And like I said, but you put the battery in my back. So I mean, I can do this. You know what I mean? And thank you. You know what I mean?
Well, God bless, man. I appreciate hearing that, and it's humbling, man. And my whole goal in doing that was to let people know. Let me just say this. So when I was watching G4 Tech TV, right? So this was 2007, and I was watching G4 Tech TV. I mean, I've always been watching it, but there was this particular episode, and I'm a big fan of Adam Sessler, right? That's my guy. And this particular episode, it was like around Christmas time, and it started to feel like the corporations was getting to his voice, and it didn't sound like he was able to be him anymore, and I didn't like that. So I'm the kind of person where I'm not going to complain. I'm gonna create. So before I created my first video ever, I almost fell into that trap where, because I don't never see anybody that's black or anybody like us that lead the gaming news and stuff like that. Before I made my first video, I was like, yo, maybe I should sound like this, or maybe I should do this. I was literally questioning myself, and then I said a prayer about it. You know what I'm saying? And after I said a prayer about it, what happened was I realized, look, my grandmother taught me how to play video games since I was 4. If there's anybody that knows anything about games and the passion and the culture that has lifted, it's me. And I'm going to show that, and I'm going to change the game. And that's exactly what I did. So when I actually put out, a video, my whole goal was to say that not only can I do this too, but I can be the best at this, because my passion for this isn't like a 9-to-5 job just trying to be a journalist. I lived this, and I want to give my experience to the world and let them know that it's okay and it's cool to do this. So that's how that happened with me, bro.
Nope. Is he
Yo, next gen, I can't hear you, son.
Sorry, Jesus, my mic was being sorry. So that.
Oh, there you go.
I'm sorry. So that what made you want to go out there and create your own content? You know what I mean? Did you feel like, Adam Sessler? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I guess he's what inspired you to create it. He did kind of used to shoot from the hip. I would say that, Adam. And you said maybe the power that that man got into him, and maybe the sponsors or whatever the case may be. And you say maybe became more like corporate. You say, no, I'm gonna do things my way. But along with you doing things your way, you know what I mean? You got the belt, and I will shout out to you. You didn't change the way that you talk. And again, people, let me say this one thing: people misconstrue that sometimes we may talk with slang or that we're uneducated, which could be the farthest thing away from the truth. You know what I mean? But again, I got to give you your flowers, you know what I mean? Your flowers while you can smell for you staying true to who you are. So
always
you making content. So tell me about some of the obstacles that you faced along your journey. You know what I mean? Of you creating content.
Oh, of course. Well, one of the main obstacles was when I went to E3 for the first time.
Okay.
Like when I went to E3 for the first, so when I went to E3 for the first time in 2008, and remember, 2008 was the year when they went back to a more businessy mode. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it wasn't as packed as it normally was, but I never experienced. That was my first E3. So my first E3 was.
What year was this?
2008.
2008. Okay.
2008. So I went to E3, right? And nobody never seen me, before at E3. I got the belt, and this is back when I had the John Cena joint, you know what I'm saying? And I'm out there doing my thing. And here's something that shocked me. So, when you come from the hood and you deal with a lot of haters and you deal with a lot of situations, I'm thinking that gaming and the gaming industry is like not only the escape when you're playing games, but you think you're going to be met with a lot of love because we all love games. Nope. Nope. That did not happen. So there's a select few people that really showed me a lot of love and helped me out. But when I first got there in 2008, like I'll give you an example, like IGN, right? They had a office space, like a workspace, and it was a big space. And me, I'm excited. You know how my energy is. I'm excited. First E3 going crazy. So when I see like their booth, it was like a cubicle booth, that they had. And I went there and I got my badge and everything, and I went to say hello to everyone and stuff like that, just on a humble to meet everyone. And I received like this look of disgust. Damn. And like somebody was like, why are you here? Like it was very condescending. I was like, sorry to interrupt. And then I left, and I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like, I didn't expect that. But I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they're having a bad day. I'm always positive and optimistic. So, but it hit me. And then another situation that I encountered just in terms of obstacles in general was there was a party. It was a Ubisoft party, right? Okay. And a gentleman there pulled me to the side, and he was like, yo, I watch your videos. I know who you are. You're what we need in this industry. But I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of people that don't want you here and don't like you. And he was like, look around this room. Look at how you look and look at how they look. Look at how you dress. Look at how they... I'm just telling you right now, like, I support you, but be careful because there's a lot of people that don't want you here. And they feel intimidated by you. But I'm just like, put me... And I was like, yo, bro, I ain't do nothing to nobody. And he was like, you don't have to. I know these types of people. So I was already faced with mad negativity just for no reason. But then, aside from Torrance Davis, who gave me my start, I got to give a big shout out to Michael Pachter. Michael Pachter is one of the realest dudes you will ever meet in the industry. My man Scott Fry, you know what I'm saying? One of the realest dudes you will ever meet, like in the industry. Like these is people that came to me and was like, yo, not only do we need you in this industry, like we're gonna talk about you, support you, and push what you need, who you need to know, like connect you, like got me well connected. Aaron Greenberg from Microsoft. That's my brother right there. That's my dude for life. You know what I'm saying? That was my first ever like major executive level interview, you know. And shout out to Hideo Kojima, you know what I'm saying, Metal Gear Solid, because he was nice enough to let me speak with him. So it's like, it's so many things that happen in terms of obstacles, but at the end of the day, I didn't care, because that's when I knew not only did I belong here, I already knew I was the best out the gate. Because for you to be here doing what you're doing, and you have this intimidation or fear of me, and I ain't do nothing to you, it lets me know how strong I actually am. And that's how I started moving. I started, you know what? I'm gonna be the best at this. Period.
So you felt like when you first started, you got some pushback from the, I guess, the industry or the who's or whatever the case, because your style of doing what you do was different from, you know.
Right.
And we talking back in 2000. Hold me get these bills right quick. You see them right quick now?
Yeah, we have 2 new bills. We got Johnny J2 with the $20.
My bro, what's up, man?
What's up to Johnny J2? He says, "What's good, Z?" And salute to Hip Hop Gamer.
Yeah, for sure.
Salute.
There you go. And we have Big Step with the $2, and he says, "This is our friend of ours. Eclipse needs to hear this. No code switching."
But like I said, you 2000. Well, you got your start 2007. 2008, you went to E3 on your own dollar. I'm presuming, right, back then.
I mean, it was on my own dollar, but it was through Torrance Davis and the Big Bag, so it was through their credentials. But from 2009 all the way up to now, it's always been on my own credentials.
You don't get no media pass. I mean, you Hip Hop Gamer, the legend, you know. But it's not to me about the money. But I'm just saying, you know, so 2007, 2008. At what point along you doing it, you feel like, hey, I can do this maybe for a living, or you're living your dream. At what point did everything, you know what? Forget the living, forget the money. Just what part did it sink in? Like, hey, I'm really doing something that I love, and you know what I mean, that is really happening for me.
Got you. So in 2016, that's when I left my day job. You know what I'm saying? But even before then, I realized I could do it because I started learning the industry.
Okay.
And so one of the things that I try to encourage people, you know, so check this out, right? I used to work in a mailroom from 2000 to 2014, right? And I worked at in the mailroom that I worked in was Universal Music Group. So I was around every single record label. So Rockefeller, Jay-Z, and all of them. DMX with Bloodline, Ja Rule, Murder Inc. I'm around it all. You know what I'm saying? Eminem, 50 Cent, like in the scope. I'm around it all. So between working in the mailroom, understanding the music side of the industry on the back end, because I am hip hop, and then going to E3 and going to different events in the gaming industry, I started to learn the industry, and I started to build with people that are making things happen on the back end of the industry as well. So once I learned that, I was like, okay, I can do this like for a living. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could really do this. So in 2016, June 3rd, I left my job. And stuff like that. So I'm thankful, you know, going on 5 years, you know, doing my own thing, you know, like my way. So I'm blessed for that. Thank God for that. But when I realized it was the same value that I brought to the camera and to the content I was creating is the same value I was able to bring on the back end. So whether you're on the outside looking in and you're a fan, that's one thing. But when you understand how the business works in the industry as a whole, your value goes through the roof, because now I can do things and I can bring things to the table that other people can't. So one thing that I learned overall, bro, is I started to treat my business model and I started to treat me as an individual like how companies treat their exclusives. So if you look at PlayStation, right? If you want to play God of War, if you want to play Uncharted, if you want to play Killzone, you can only play it on PlayStation. If you want to play Mario and Zelda and all these games, you can only play them on Nintendo. If you want Gears of War and Forza, you can only go to Xbox and you know, PC or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you understand what I mean. So I wanted to make sure that there's over 2 billion gamers in the world, but there's only one hip hop gamer. How can I make sure that hip hop gamer, wherever I go, wherever I do, whatever I touch, has a hip hop gamer effect that's ROI positive in everything that I do? And that's what I figured out. Who I am is the value, and that goes into a quote that I always have that I want to share with people. Character is your currency. Like who you are is the actual value. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many Jordans you got. I don't care how many cars you got. Like that stuff can be replaced and changed and damaged. But who you are when you really appreciate who you are and you make sure others respect and appreciate who you are, that's where the value comes in, and then you can truly give back to the culture and have an impact. So that's how I changed the game.
Obviously, you say, all right, so 2016, you say, you know what, hey, I'm going to leave my 9 to 5, I'm going to do this, right? I'm going to step out on faith, I'm going to do what I do, right? I'm quite sure along the way, you know, I mean, we all go through the ups and downs here, quote unquote, on the internet, right? And just to lay my onion, me being somebody from the streets, and I'm not going for it anyway. Like I said, I had to learn to navigate my way through this stuff here. You know what I mean, not
Absolutely.
None of this stuff bothered me. But what was I guess one of your lowest moments on the internet? Like, man, oh man, this shit. Like the comments may have gotten to you, or
one of my lowest. One of my lowest moments.
Maybe something you may, you know what? We always. I'm quite sure you get somebody. Hey, I got some inside information. One of my famous ones was Joe Montana. I had literally the developer that was making the mobile game, so they was at Microsoft. So I'm out there tweeting and did the video, and it was a fucking dud. You know what I mean? I still get teased about it to this day. But what was like one of your lowest moments? I guess you know that you sit back and laugh at it now. They really had you down, bummed out.
Well, to be honest, one of my lowest moments, it wasn't like a joking type of thing. One of my lowest moments was this dude. I'm not gonna say his name, you know, his channel name and stuff like that. I'm not that kind of person, you know what I'm saying? But he made fun of my grandmother dying.
Oh man, yeah, man.
And you know, especially when you're from the hood and from the street,
for sure.
You know, when something like that happened, you already know what's supposed to happen next.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I left that life alone, and I'm still in a transitional period even when that took place, you know, just trying to you know, be better. But yeah, he made fun of my grandmother dying. And this is how I knew I was becoming a better person, because when he did that, I didn't get mad at the fact that he said that. I felt hurt that
did you know him?
Whatever.
Did you know him or
no? I didn't know him.
You had no interactions with my man. He just came out trolling you from the rip.
Yeah, like he was one of the people that was just like trolling, like, period, for a long time. But then once it got out that my grandmother passed and I made note of that, he obviously seen that and made fun of it. So when that happened, and this is when I knew I was in a major process of changing and becoming a better person in my life and developing my character correctly. So when that happened, I didn't get mad at him. I felt bad at the fact that this person that did that must be going through a whole lot of pain, and this person must be very miserable in his own life and his own skin for you to want to attempt to try to hurt somebody that just lost their grandmother that was their everything. You know what I'm saying? So instead of being mad, I had a lot of empathy for this man, and I didn't engage in anything, but it just let me know that people will try to do everything in their power to hurt you, but the only way they can hurt you is if you allow them to have power over you to do so.
Absolutely right.
That was the moment when one of the moments where I took my power back. So now there's nothing you could do to me. There's nothing you could say to me. I'm still striving. I'm still going forward and making my grandmother proud. And then, and to add to the lowest part, I almost gave up doing what I'm doing as a hip hop gamer brand. Like for 2 weeks, I didn't do any content. I didn't do anything because I felt like my grandmother is tied to everything that I do in gaming. So when she was gone, I felt like I was gone. But then I was like, what type of person would I be to give up what my grandmother sacrificed for me to be able to make something of myself with?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's when I got back to it, and, you know, never stopped again and never looked back, and, you know, I never will. So that was one of my lowest points, that somebody could be that evil towards me. But it was also one of my greatest shifts in character, because it allowed me to not just be a bigger person in the situation, but now I'm becoming more qualified to help others go through some of the situations that they may face.
Hey, Nev, get the bills right quick.
Yep. So we have a few new bills. We have Untainted Gamer with $3. He says, "What's up, fam? Educating the gaming community." Absolutely. All of them are. So Jeff M. Thug Life with the $2. Bang Bang Z, what's up, Hip Hop Gamer, my brother?
For sure. Appreciate you, man.
Much love, baby. One love, son.
Ricky Brown says, welcome to Supreme Power because he became a member.
Shout out to Ricky Brown. We're making some content pretty soon, too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We got Holomako17 with the 50 sec, last one. Yo, Hip Hop Gamer, Z's character is always in question.
My integrity is always in question.
It's different.
Yeah, my integrity is always. Say it right. Okay, so I say one of your lows. All right, so going through that. Was it anyone's? How about this? As far as your, how you say, quote unquote, inside information, right?
Right.
Was something that you may have got your biggest you may have gotten blowback from that may have been wrong, or somebody give you the wrong information?
Currently right now, people trying to get at me because of my article from last year with the remastering engine and PlayStation backwards compatibility.
Okay.
People trying to get at me for that right now, and I'm telling you right now, the PS Now is connected to this, and I said this out the gate in my video because I related it to what David Perry was talking about back in 2013. Right, that's one, and two. This is something that I thought that would be available day one. You know what I'm saying? Obviously it wasn't, but it's something that I thought would be available for day one. So I done spoke about this plenty of times and stuff like that. It's going to come when they decide to release it and show it. That's why there's a new PS Now. So when you see the whole deal that happened with Azure, and because you have to understand, PS Now was built off of 8 PS3s in the cloud running off of a server blade. That's what it was back then. Those parts and that stuff is not being used no more. They've been already in the works of changing this stuff since, I believe, 2014 when they initially talked about it on an Extreme Tech article, where they talked about how they're going to change this going forward. Cloud technology is going to be the next big thing. And what I'm going to tell you right now, Next Gen, is, and people in the chat, if you want to, look up my man Jacob Steen. When you look up my man Jacob Steen, Jacob Steen? Look up my man Jacob Steen. When you look up my man Jacob Steen and go to his LinkedIn or whatever, and you'll see who he is, what he's done. And he's not with Sony no more, but there's things that he's done that put things in place for things that's coming. So go there, look at that, and some of what he already talks about has already been done that you can experience right now. Like, for example, if you go to PlayStation Now on the PS5, right? You see how the PS2 games are authored as PS4, but they are PS2 games and they run as such, so you can stream them and download them and stuff like that. Like, these is all things that's been talked about for the longest, ever since 2013, when David Perry brought it to people's attention and he sold Gaikai to PlayStation. PlayStation themselves put out a tweet years ago that PS1, PS2, and PS3 and PS4 will be activated through the cloud as well, because that's how they're going to preserve their backwards compatibility. I've been done talking about this already, and they made mention of it. So it didn't happen day one, which I thought it was going to happen day one. But I know what I was shown. I know what I saw, and if you just look up Jacob Steen, that's one piece of a bigger puzzle that I can't even talk about right now. And like I said, if I was wrong about something, I've been wrong before. Well, hey, I got this wrong. Ain't no problem being wrong about something. Like, it's risk and reward. But I've been right about a lot of stuff, and I'm right most of the time. And to prove that I'm right most of the time, Nintendo Switch. I was the one that brought the story about Nintendo Switch. If you could go back and check, I think it was May 17th, 2013, I think, or 2012 maybe, or something like that, I think. But you could go check that if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could go to what's the name? Samurai Showdown characters being in Soul Calibur and stuff like that. I broke that with the actual developer at PAX and stuff like that. That was something that was more recent. PlayStation All-Stars, when that came out, I was the one who broke that story. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know Jeff Keighley gave credit to somebody else, but that wasn't the case. So I break stories plenty of times. Nobody will care about what I have to say or quote me on anything if I just never got nothing right. That doesn't make any sense. So
I understand it comes along with it. Yo
Dega with the $5. He says this right here for the culture, super dope.
Oh yeah,
Still gotta get a hip hop gamer for how we used to kill NBA Live every year.
Nah, I got one.
Kills NBA Live every year. Hold up. NBA Live kills NBA Live every year.
You ain't lying about that.
You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta do that. Like EA did that all by themselves.
Hey, listen, bro. I forgot about it. I got a class action lawsuit against you, brother. You had me go out that year. What year was that? 2013. Man, Live is coming back. Man, Live making a comeback. Man, I'm about to get this. Like, man, that shit was trash. It was that.
Yeah. Now. So here's another thing that I learned about the industry. Then, so here's the thing that's messed up, right? So we were shown. A lot of us were shown a certain build, right? And the build was crazy. It was fire. I was like, yo, this is crazy. So I went out and started talking. And then the final result happened. And I was like, oh my God.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie.
So look, listen, that's another thing that I learned about the industry. You know what I'm saying? They can show you something, but always wait to the final product because things can definitely change. I learned that one early, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
So I apologize on that one. I remember that,
man. I mean, he's gonna be back 60. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. That year was the launch of the PS4 and the Xbox One. That 2K right there with the brand new international version separated the men from the boys.
Woo! Oh yeah.
It wasn't even close. I knew it was something with Fisher once I saw small. The game was like 9 gigs and 2K was like 40 gigs or something like that. It was like, oh man, what was going on here? But you know that was crazy. We have these new consoles here, right? And I know you got to go pretty soon. We got the next generations here. Started in November of this year of November 10th and November 12th. The Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. What are your thoughts about the next generation consoles? What are you?
I love them. I love them. See, one thing about me, and one thing that's different from a lot of people that you'll encounter, like I love games. Like when I was younger, I didn't want Super Nintendo and not a Sega Genesis. If it's a game, I want it. I want to play it. I don't care where I gotta play it at. I want it. I have preferences of things, but I want everything. If you're a gamer, you want everything. Sure. I don't get this whole notion about, yo, you shouldn't get this or you shouldn't get that, because that's not gamer talk to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't even register that. So everybody knows that I prefer PlayStation over everything, you know what I'm saying? But I have everything so I can realistically speak to it. So, and there's things that Xbox may do better than PlayStation, but I think PlayStation does a lot more better than anybody. Mm-hmm. But my impressions, to me, the DualSense controller is the game changer of everything, bro. So let me tell y'all something. In 2018, right, I was using this technology called Capto Glove. It was a glove, and you could feel what you see on screen. Mm-hmm. And I literally asked them, yo, is this coming to the PlayStation 5? Or have y'all already did a deal with this, or even the Xbox? And they said, yeah, we already in talks. I got this on camera. Mm-hmm. And then I made videos about it, talking about it, and boom, we have a DualSense. I didn't know what the name was going to be, but I knew they was using this technology, and that's something that I broke back in 2018 because I got it on camera when they talked about using it for the PS5. Yeah. Back in 2018. So my thing is, that controller is a game changer. When I play Call of Duty, it's a different feel. Like, if you run out of bullets, for those in the chat, if you don't got a PS5 yet, when you play Call of Duty and you run out of bullets, the trigger drops. The trigger don't pop back up, and then you got to reload. And when it reloads, the trigger pops back up, and then you shoot again. It is unbelievable. And then the rumble, it's not like regular rumble. Like it really like there was this part where there was a fire extinguisher that blew up. I forgot what game I was playing, but when it blew up, the controller had this pop to it where it felt like something blew up in your head. It's unbelievable. So yeah, man, like PlayStation 5 is crazy. It's fast. It looked nice. The graphics is crazy. The gameplay is dope. The functionality. I love the game help. Yo, the system is fire. Now, when it comes to the Xbox Series X, we just gotta wait for the more of the games to come out. But that system is great too. Like that joint is fire. Like, I got them both. Look at what we got here, man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I got them both.
It's crazy.
I think right now, I'm gonna get you guys go. To me, the best feature on both is the load time. Going between games, ain't wait for the long loading screen. Some games crash. I can get right back in there, like, especially with 2K with them trash servers.
Yeah, that joint is fat.
You get right back into the game. But like I said, I would say this about Sony and the DualShock. You guys know me. If you know me, I love my Elite series too. But their DualSense, is Sony did their thing with that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. And for those who have yet, I was trying to explain to the guy the other day, have yet to experience it. You know what I mean? They think it's just extra rumbling. No, it's actually it's like a. I can't even explain it. I mean, you'll see when you play Astrobot when you boot it up, it's an actual crunch. You know what I mean? Like they did their thing with it. And I'm surprised. You know what I mean? Like as far as cost wise, and it's that far of a leap. You know what I mean? As far as technology. That is so it's only $70. I mean, now I heard there were some issues. You know, some people triggers were the spring was popped.
I haven't had that issue. You know, I hope I don't get that issue. But that's another thing too. Like I don't like how people be trying to talk about. Oh, look at this issue or look at this issue. Look, the only issue that we've really seen with consoles was the Xbox 360 era with the red ring. Like that right there was just bad, like across the board. And then we had the PSN outage when that happened with the with the hacking and stuff like that. But for the most part, like show some respect to the developers and the engineers and what it takes to do this. Yo, this ain't easy. I don't like when people talk so much trash about something that they can't do. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, look, don't get me wrong, hold them accountable if something is blatantly just bad or you could tell the lazy work was being done. But at the end of the day, if yet the same energy you got towards when they do something bad, have that same energy in a positive way when they knock it out the park. It's not like every time, and you know how it is in the hood, next gen, if you happy about something, you riding them. You know what I'm saying? You riding them. You know, I don't curse and stuff like that, but you know what you're doing. Like you riding them, right? But if you show love to that particular person, he real. Because he show love. Like they so hypocritical. I don't listen to none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I guess that comes on. Hold on, let me on both sides of the coin. I'm gonna ask you two more questions. Then you gotta go. I'm gonna ask you two more. I'll let you go about it.
We got about 4 new builds, so gotta be legend with
bro, what's up, bro?
CRC. Proud of you, Z. Keep striving, bro. Salute to Hiphop Gamer. Salute to him.
Yeah.
Salute. Appreciate you.
With the $2. Talk your shit. Broadway East, New York.
Ha ha ha. Ian Wild all day.
El Matador with the 5. What's good, Z and Hip Hop? Hope y'all have a great show. Can help Hip Hop let us know any update for the new Socom game though. Hashtag PS5 greatness. And one more. AP the Shooter with the $25.
Hey, what's up, bro? Appreciate
what's up? He's enjoying that PS5. He just got it. That's one I sent to him. Hit that like button, grocery stores. Whoever the grocery store in that, hit the dislike button. You got 2 left feet, and that store you paid that 40 beans to ain't gonna give you no buns. Grocery store. Littlefoot Gangster, Hip Hop Gamer, Neth, Chat, salute.
What's up, my bro? Okay, so well, not where. How about this? Let me flip it. Right, you have Game Pass, right? Now, right?
Love Game Pass, great value.
One thing I guess Sony and shout out to David Jaffe. We were having a conversation just off air before we went live. One of the shows we were doing, right? And and he said something to me, and I'm quite sure like you know people within the industry. You know what I mean, I always say this: you'd be surprised who watches your content.
That's my guy.
You'll be surprised who watches your content. Because now these companies can see what the everyday Joe thinks about their product. I mean, YouTube has taken over. You know what I mean? Now you have these big publications such as IGNs and the Kotaku. They all have YouTube pages now, right? You know what I mean? Right. So things have, how you say, YouTube is the dominating platform. What I'm trying to say is this though, right? The industry is changing, right, with the model. You had Sony come out, we believe in generations, right? And then the people call him Lion Ryan came out, and now you say, you know what? Far as the cross-gen, you got the Spider-Man, and they said that they're going to support the PlayStation 4 for the next 3 to 4 years. What are your thoughts about that? Do you like it? Are you a fan of it?
No. See, I think it's great, but people got to understand. Like, see, a lot of people that talk, they don't do their full research on how game development works. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like what people were saying is like they want something that's exclusive to PS5 only, so you can see the max and all the energy, used to see. Now, true, I get that, I understand that, but what I'm saying it, but also when it comes to PS4, you can't ignore the install base that's there. So that's good, that's great, but as long as it don't come at a cost or an expense of what you can do on the on the PS5, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'll give you an example of what I mean. You talked about it earlier. You see the transition with NBA 2K back when it came out on the PS4. You see how there was a major difference between the next gen one and the current gen one, right?
Absolutely.
All right, then. So the point is that proves to you that these things can be done. You still can have the game on the older platform, but the way you develop the game, you got to make sure that you develop the game with the PS5 in mind and have it ported down so that it can run on your PS4, but you're not sacrificing what you're trying to accomplish with the PS5. Now, the issue that that got misconstrued is that when you're looking at what Xbox did with Halo and stuff like that, they was trying to make it run on everything, but they was porting it up because it was a game specifically designed for the, not the Series X. It was, it was the other way around. So then you get what you get. So that's what I'm saying, and that's what people were saying. But the problem is, if you don't know no better for yourself, you're going to go along with what you hear, and if you don't question everything that you hear, you're just going to think is right. So even from a journalist standpoint, I question everything because I need to know for myself. So when I speak on it, I can speak with confidence, and that's the difference. So that's the issue right there. I have no problem with it as long as they taking advantage of what I just invested my money in. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't take advantage of that, then what's the point of me buying a PS5 if you ain't gonna take advantage of it?
I look at it like this, right? Let me get you guys, Bill. And as far as you heard anything about Socom? He's asking you a question. You heard anything about Socom?
Oh yeah. So the only update that I got regarding Socom is that it may not be called Socom anymore, even though the game is a spiritual successor to it. But it may not. That's not a confirmation. I'm not confirming that. I'm saying that it may not. And the reason why I'm saying that it may not is because of some of the things and some of the conversations that I had a while back with David Sears regarding it. And we was talking about ownership and stuff like that. And because of that situation, it's a chance that it may not be called Socom, but it's the spiritual successor to Socom. So I'll give you an example. Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But the name is changed. You know what I'm saying? So that's the last update that I got regarding that Socom situation, that it may not be called Socom.
All right, my man, my man RRJ.
RRJ 411 with the $2.
Yeah.
About time y'all did something together. Much love.
For sure.
We also have Post Up with the $5.
Post Up.
Now, Post Up and Hip Hop Gamer collab, though.
Yeah. Well, okay. Now, so my brother Post Up. Here's my take on it, right? You look at the PlayStation 4 and the original Xbox One, right? And they came out in 2013, which was essentially 2010 hardware. They was already so far behind the curve. And there's only but so much you can stretch and you can pull, right? If a game is built from the ground up for the PlayStation 5, and we heard so much talk about SSDs, I'll give you an example. You see the issues that they're having on Cyberpunk. That on older hardware, that's a very, very ambitious game. A lot of code just that's going on behind the scenes. That shouldn't be. I know why it's there as far as the business wise, because between the Xbox and the PlayStation, you got to install base probably 150, 160 million, whatever the case may be, right? So I understand it as far as the business wise, right? But when I say how you say gaming is a very selfish hobby. When I played when I played God of War, or the new one, the remake, or whatever the case may be, or when I bought it next, I want my face to melt. Outside of graphics, I'm looking for everything that comes along with it, loading, just that and the other, not just a prettier, a little slightly shinier game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's the fact because one thing I can say, Sony can make some beautiful games, built from the ground up to take advantage of everything's there. You're not gonna be able to shoehorn that in on 2010 hardware, you know what I mean? And I understand from the business aspect of things, where because he said on that report, and he said a lot of things, you know what I mean? Making fewer and smaller or shorter games, You know, and
I remember you was talking about that. Yeah,
he said a few things, but like I said, yeah, and I remember, like I said, Microsoft getting such blowback because no gamer left behind, and I'm glad they went away from that talk. 'Cause I'm not gonna lie, if I bought a $500 Series X, and you still, you know, what I mean, trying to get it to work on, you know, on all the hardware, Sony games, now I have both of them are going to look better aesthetically, graphically. You know what I mean? Forget what you prefer. If you're a multiplayer person or world, you know what I mean? If you're, you know what I mean, single player, you know what I mean? And again, we buy these OLED TVs, and you know what I mean? Because don't get me wrong.
Yeah, games, you want the best. Period.
Yeah, games
like
get
if I'm
better
spending this money, I want the best.
Yeah, games get better. You know, better looking as time goes on. You look at the games we got at the launch of last generation. We was like, ooh, but then we see games like Red Dead Redemption or The Last of Us 2 or Gears of War 5. So once developers, you know, you get to know the hardware, whatever the case may be, they, you know, how you say, they can, you know, get all the juice out the box. Me personally, like I said, I understand that games are bigger now. They cost more money to make, so I understand why they may do it. I'm just not a fan. Like, you know, even when you look at games like Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty, right? Or even console sales. Unless you, especially console gaming, because they want the world, don't want to pay for it. But you know, even with consoles, they don't really take off and start selling until they drop down to about $300. And if you don't give them the initiative to go out and buy, you know, to go out and buy a next gen, they're going to keep what they got, as long as they can still play their 2Ks and their Maddens.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until they stopped making Ubisoft, whoever started making the Call of Duties and stuff for the 360. Then you had that real big push of the PS4 and the Xbox One for itself. They had no choice but to upgrade. Now, like I said, like me personally, I'm not really a fan. I don't really care for it. Like, you got the miles around, which is cool. But I want my jaw to hit the ground, right? Like, oh shit, this is amazing.
Oh well, so I gotta interject. For sure. You didn't. So Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS5 is phenomenal. Like, that joint look crazy. That's the tightest pair of Timbs, the tightest fade, the tightest costume that you're gonna see anywhere right now. So my thing is, when I play, and I play on all the modes, the performance mode, fidelity, all of that, and that joint is incredible to me. Now, I'm not sure if it was incredible to you, and that's fine, because that's subjective.
Yeah.
That's subjective, but that game right there alone, for that to be a day one title, was extremely impressive. And when it comes to Xbox, to me, you could tell that everything that they did was geared towards a fall 2021 launch, not a fall 2020 launch. In terms of the way everything that happened. But what I tell people though, when it comes to Xbox, even though, you know, they don't have all the games out yet that people are really waiting for, they are coming. You know what I'm saying? They are coming. And in the meantime, if you're a gamer and you was able to get them all, play your PlayStation with the Spider-Man and the Demon Souls and blah, 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 until the Xbox One's drop.
I look at it like this, right? And I'm sorry, Slime, I know you're going to go. But even with, like I said, I stand on this. The best thing I've seen graphically from either side was Hellblade 2. I wasn't a fan of the first one, you know what I mean? But it just needed some more action. And I'm hoping with, you know, Microsoft putting some money behind the studio, it can be a full AAA game with a bunch of action and hacking and slashing. I mean, and again, that's something built from the ground up. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, you know, again, we can be subjective or objective. What you prefer more, cool. But even with Spider-Man, it looked cool, but it didn't like the first Spider. When the first time I saw that, I'm like, oh, this shit look great. You know what I mean? I haven't got. I know what you're waiting for. I haven't got the oh shit.
I know what you're waiting for. I know what you're waiting for.
All right, remember first time you played Gears of War, and you ran upstairs with that goddamn chainsaw. Well, you got that first. That was that.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what I mean? And I haven't gotten that yet. And what I'm saying, I probably won't get that until probably about 3 years in. You know what I mean? I have no choice, but I'm not gonna stop gaming. I have no choice but to play what I have here now. You know what I mean? But you know, I want Sony to do what they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now I know what you're talking about. So here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this, right? Mm-hmm. So I was telling people about this for a while, and one of the things was Quixel. They've been acquired by Epic Games, but I've been telling people about Quixel for a while. I'm gonna tell you this, yo. From a graphical standpoint, right? Mm-hmm. There's a game, and I believe it's coming out in 2022. But you're gonna see it. You should see it in June. of this year. There's a game that's coming from Sony, right? Published by Sony. There's one game. I mean, there's plenty of games, but there's one game in particular where everything you just said in terms of like the jaw-dropping graphics, son, that you never seen before, and all this other stuff. There's one game, bro, that's coming. That if I could compare it to anything, you remember that you remember that movie dang, what movie? It was
not the Avatar.
They was blue.
Avatar.
Avatar. Yeah, Avatar. So if you remember that movie, Avatar, this generation period, you're gonna see quality that's gonna be on that level. And when I mean that level, I'm talking about how open the world is going to be. Like when you see that ending scene in the Horizon Forbidden West trailer, where they show that big scope and everything like that, like that is real-time in-game stuff. Like that trailer alone, that's how you gonna live. Yo, that's the game. Like that ain't no CG. Like this is all real. But there's a game that's coming from Sony that's going to answer that very question. You're going to see it this year, but 2022 is supposed to be when it comes out.
Now, are you saying it's cross-gen? It's going to be on both?
No.
Okay.
No,
right,
it's only
all right,
on PS5.
All right, so now you see what I'm saying? Like, oh,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, and again, so listen. I'm more of an Xbox guy. Gears of War, was my favorite game. I like to play shooters. You know what I mean? But God of War is my favorite franchise. Everybody knows that about me, right? But and again, like I said, I got two questions. Sorry, I'm with you. I promise. Sony, they're known for their story-driven action games, right? Out of between these two studios, you got, and here's my favorite two. You got three now. You got Sucker Punch, what they did with Ghost of Tsushima, right? You have, of course, Sony Santa Monica, what they have with the God of War, and you have Naughty Dog with the Uncharted and the left this series, right? And your answer, who do you think makes the best games?
Who do I think makes the best games between
Sucker Punch, Sony Santa Monica,
and Naughty Dog?
And Naughty Dog, yeah.
Sony's. Ooh,
that's
a great question.
You got the Last of Us. But that God of War, what listen, God of War 3 is epic. When God leave my home. Yeah. Like
I know. So you talking about game development. So here's what I would say, right? So are you basing this off of
I'm basing
the last game? Are you basing this off the last game that they released, or them as a company overall?
No, I'm not talking about them. I'm just talking about right now. We live in today. What I'm saying
right now.
They took God of War, right? 3, right? And I even play God of War. I understand you had the story and you got his ashes on his body and this, that, and the other, right? But with the last one, they really pulled me in with their pen game. You know what I mean? And you got to really see a softer side of Kratos, and you know what I mean, and you was, you know what I mean, outside of, but then you got they always had the over-the-top action, and they did, a great job in balancing the two. They totally redefined their franchise, you know what I mean, revamped it, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And then, of course, you got, Uncharted, because I think Uncharted 4 probably was the most successful in the series. I don't know if The Last of Us 2, for whatever reason, is going to live up to the sales of the first one, but I prefer the last one better, The Last of Us 2, than The Last of Us 1. I didn't like the controls of The Last of Us 1. So, but if who you think, like, I mean, your favorite?
So what I would say is I'm gonna go with Sony Santa Monica. But it's very close because Sucker Punch with Ghost of Tsushima is ridiculous, and Naughty Dog is ridiculous. But I'm gonna go with Sony Santa Monica because one, God of War is my favorite franchise of all time. But not only that, I feel like Sony Santa Monica, the fact that they was able to take Kratos from the state it was in terms of the design, the way they had it designed previously and the way it's designed now, that's not easy to do, to take a game that people know and love in the way it is, redefine it, change it, and make it better. That was a risk that got the biggest reward, and that right there alone sets them apart. So that's why I would go Santa Monica. But I do gotta run. I do gotta run, bro. I'm so sorry.
But shout out to you. Shout out to Hiphop Gamer for swinging by. Dope answer. I mean, we get to work again probably later on, but I appreciate you, brother, for swinging by, man. Neff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You probably know poster was in here. But listen, well put. He said the way that I put it, how they took God of War, right, and they revamped it. You know what I mean, I know you had a lot of Kratos. He doesn't jump. But you got a protagonist. I mean, and I always play God of War for the action. I always had the story there.
Yeah.
The combo, doom. But the way they was able to tie the two together, you know what I mean. I'm not saying that Naughty Dog is not overhyped or whatever the case may be, but like I said, I prefer Last of Us 2 than the first. You beat the first one, right?
The Last of Us Part 1, yes.
Bro, I couldn't get through with the controls trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like, I forgave it just because I knew it was a PS3 game and I forced my way through it, but I still enjoyed the game. Still enjoyed it.
Yeah,
The Last of Us 2 is on a whole nother level.
Yeah,
that's a fact. That's on a whole nother level.
Yeah, the gameplay, you know, even like, you know what I mean, even as far as the story, like as far as, don't get me wrong, even with The Last of Us 1, they to me, they pulled me in. You crashed the beginning, you know what I mean? I was all in, and then it just takes a walk around these
it was that ending PS3 generation game. Like, if you didn't play it at that PS3 generation, or even just the very beginning of the PS4, it'd probably be almost impossible to play now.
Well, like, here's the thing. I didn't play it for because I get in this mode when the new generation is about to come out. I stopped playing older. You know, I got kind of shut down. I don't even buy that old stuff no more. That's why I ain't finished Ghost of Tsushima. I'm halfway through, but you know, I get excited. I want the next gen gear to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel.
I wouldn't, you know, I got the remastered, and I'm like, you know, it just felt, and I want to record. Like I said, I think the PS3 controller was horrible. You know what I mean? Even playing shooters, and back to that, they didn't have a goddamn trigger. We just pushing the top button. So even with the DualShock 4, I'm happy that it had a trigger. But the controls, I'm a stickler with it. This wasn't tight. You know what I mean? And then, like, it was just too much. Like, you know, I'm walking around, and wasn't no trophies popping up in these duck. Like, what the fuck going on? Let me grab this box. Like, no. You know what I mean? It didn't know some games take off hot, then slow down gradually. That shit was hot, then slow down. I'm like, oh, this shit, I can't do it. I pulled the Tsunami. I watched it on goddamn, I can't do it. So I got the gist of it, and even like I say, the pushback of why some people may not have liked the second one as much, because, you know, people outside of whoever's sexual preference, forget that weird shit. I don't get caught up in that shit, but you know, Yo Digga, my man, you know what I mean? You know, another one, Abby and Ellie, you know, what's the one? Abby and Lily and Joel, he did, you know what I mean? And people may have been invested in the character of Joel, you know what I mean? I wasn't that heavily invested into the character. I was pissed off. You know what I did when they killed him? I dropped that shit down easy.
Yeah, I have the same reaction you use. At the end of the day, you gotta look at like the way the universe is, the way the storytelling works, and honestly, that right there is a realistic scenario. What could have happened? What would happen in that universe? Like, this is a zombie apocalypse. People kill each other all the time, especially for things like that. Imagine Joel is the reason they're still in that. Like, they could potentially have the cure, and Joel's reason didn't happen. Now we know why Joel did it. We understand why he did it. We can connect with them. But realistically, in that universe, you know, he should be a dead man, like by their perspective. So I got that. I wasn't bothered by it. Now, you could be upset at the way he went out, but at the end of the day,
that nigga went out like, I ain't gonna lie, it was brutal though. He beat the dogs, dog walked them.
Also, like, it gave you that vengeance spirit, because he couldn't even fight back or anything. He was done dirty.
Like, yo, I'm trying to help you, bitch. You gonna work it on me? But then it's crazy. Look, I give him kudos how they flipped it around, and how it was more team. What's her name? Abby.
Yeah.
I prefer playing that sucker shit to better guns any damn way. I was more team her than anybody, you know what I mean? Then once you got
exactly. I was angry at Abby. I wanted to fucking murder her. Then I was like, Vaughn told me, like, oh, you're gonna play as Abby. He's like, what? When I finally got to playing as Abby, then I got it. Then I got her respect, and I'm like, at the end of the day, she's really not the bad guy. Like, it's just, no one's really the bad guy. It's just a shitty situation.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you know what I mean? I guess when the Romans, like, the strongest survive. But, I was gonna ask him before you hold that. So, like, you know, well, you see how they change, you know, God of War. Going forward, do you think what changes, or not, in fact, because I guess they both survived at the end, right? Everybody done probably beat it by now. Spoiler alert, right? I guess you still have the zombie apocalypse going on, but how do you think they could change it or to bring it to the next level? You know what I mean? Well, or do you first of all? I don't think the first and second one is going to live up to the sales of the first one. Now combined, I think it's sold about 17 million. Between the remastered and the PS3 version. Now there is a multiplayer that's going to come out with it whenever it releases. You know what I mean? You know, maybe they remaster for that, or maybe add some DLC to it to boost back up the sales. But I don't think it's going to do what the first one did.
Yeah, I mean, it may not, but I think this one they're banking on the multiplayer experience. So, I mean, it's rumored it's going to be more of a free-to-play type title, right? It might even be on PC, and maybe they try supporting it with microtransactions, cosmetics, and maybe they just make more money on the back end of it. Maybe that's their goal with this one. I don't know.
You talking about? Yeah. Well, there is some, for the shut up for those who were in the beta, the multiplayer aspect of it. I know people prefer I can't get with them, the Uncharted and shit, the multiplayer. Too much going on. Building bombs, crafting, slinging down. What the hell is this shit? Dragging us up. See, you got to play The Last of Us multiplayer. And I said, I said when The Last of Us 2, I said, the multiplayer wasn't there, but I said I was going to try it. And really give it a go and see what's up with it. You know what I mean? But like I said, as far as the franchise, far as what do you think they can take it next? Like, like I said, how they did with the God of War and totally revamped it. You know what I mean? And you got some people again within this franchise, they didn't really play God of War 3 or Ascension, so there was no big deal. You know what I mean? Shout out to K-Maker, his weird ass. He was hating. Oh, there's no jump button. No jump button. You got this. Kratos is a badass. He's a mean ass. You don't like nobody. He got this someone. He got this. He's a Daddy Kratos. You know what I mean? But again, all that played into the game and. You ain't no babysitter. That son is a badass, just as bad as you. You know what I mean? But what do you think as far as taking the game to the next level? What would you like to see them add to it?
Well, obviously, we know there's going to be a massive graphics jump. It's Naughty Dog. It's going to be a massive graphics jump. Hopefully, there's a 60 FPS option. I need that. I imagine there's going to be a lot of immersion, right? There's going to be immersion with your DualSense controller and everything. Like, imagine pulling back the bow with the triggers and all that.
Yeah.
There's going to be a whole new sense of immersion along with the game. But I would love for Naughty Dog, to take a hand in trying to add some just basic RPG mechanics. Maybe you change up your scenarios. Maybe you choose to go on a mission or not. Like, remember at one point there's a part in the story where you can choose to go with Jesse or whoever that was, but you chose not to. You chose vengeance. Well, what happens if you did go to Jesse? How would your story play out? I would like small options like that that can completely change the game, completely change the ending and all that. I think that's a way for Naughty Dog to change it up, but, still have their Naughty Dog touch or whatever. I'm not saying have, like, a big, grand RPG. No, just small RPG elements that could radically change your game. And, of course, I would love the enhanced immersion. Like, imagine, like, your gun recoils. Because that happens at the game, right? Your gun, like, recoils if you do it wrong. That would be dope. Like, you're fucking running away from zombies and shit. Your gun recoils. You can't pull the trigger with your controller. Yeah. And especially you put on the 3D audio headset or whatever. Man,
I have yet to use. Have you used it yet?
I've been using it for Astrobot. Not the most comfortable headset, but it's all right.
How's the sound?
The sound is awesome. You have to dial up to max to really get it, but it is pretty good.
Yeah, I have yet to try it yet. I mean, I gotta try it. I got the headset. Yeah, I ain't never really used the motherfucker. I wanted to ask Snakes out here. Last question. I get a shoot to you, Nev. I guess it was about these niggas.
Man, that headset is dog shit, man.
Oh man.
You got one? You got one too, post? I ain't really.
No, I ain't got one. But everybody want to send me one.
Oh no, I ain't really.
So I can verify.
I haven't used. I just used. No, actually, I used them once, but I used the with the with the 3-point with the jack for my PC. I'm quite sure I had to do the Bluetooth thing to get the whole what do you call it? The super duper silent in the head, the hearing. I haven't tried it yet.
He send people off with that shit, man. You go in the settings and you select the audio test 1 through 5 and shit. So whichever one sound best to you, leave it on that particular setting.
I haven't tried it. I haven't tried this shit yet. Let me charge these motherfuckers, man.
I got some 18 Astros. That's all I need.
18s?
Yeah, some 18 Astros.
Yeah.
That's what I got. They do the job, man.
Those things have tiny ear cuffs, by the way. Like those are fucking tiny ear cuffs. You see those? You're holding it.
I don't have big ears, no.
No. I'm talking about the Pulse ones he has right there.
The Pulse?
Oh.
Yeah, the PlayStation Pulse headsets. Yeah, look at those ear cuffs. They're fucking tiny.
They look big on the
Yeah, I don't
No,
know.
they look big, but once you actually like up close, you see like how the cuffs are tiny.
Yeah,
see, I haven't seen them up close.
That's to keep the sound in.
But they get you a lot with that shit. You'll look at some on the internet, it'll seem large in size. And when you get that motherfucker home,
yeah, I know. I hope unboxing like
The only thing that did not do that lived up to its size was the PS5. It actually got bigger when you got it in your hands. I'm saying.
I remember that Reddit post. You know, it was like it was in the manufacturing plan for the PlayStation, and he was holding it, and people said that picture is fake.
They said it was fake. He said it was not real. All the ponies said
they used that FBI shit that that didn't even work anyways. Man, they went and that shit was big as hell.
And then they had the audacity. They had the audacity to say the Series X was big, it was huge, it looked like a tower, and I got that. And every time I look at it, it seems like it's getting smaller.
Oh yeah, small.
It's getting smaller.
Yeah, no,
and then I look over.
The PS5 takes over your living room. The Series X can blend in.
Yeah,
I hear my shit. You can't even see my shit when you come in. All you see is a controller. You know what I'm saying? That's all you see. That motherfucker is huge.
Oh, cut my TV off. I didn't hit the wire. Shit, man.
Man, it is. I don't even. Man. And then the creator said he wanted it even bigger than that.
You want the PS5?
No.
Yeah, the guy, the engineer, that said he wanted it even bigger than what it already is.
The air out of that motherfucker.
Hey, the Vegeta 90 with the $5. The amount of Xbox games stayed the same as it got closer.
Man, my Xbox want to be they still ain't got no games yet. Yeah,
man, y'all childish as hell.
Childish as hell. But no, one thing he did point up was as far as I keep thinking about that controller. He did thing with this goddamn controller. I ain't gonna hold you. This motherfucking controller serious.
Yeah.
I can see why they're marketing like that. I was like, why do they keep talking about a goddamn controller?
This motherfucker slick as geese shit. Yeah, I just wish I had, like my one up top, one down. What you call it? Shit, all as far as the analog sticks, whatever.
The analog sticks and shit.
I ain't gonna lie.
But I'm just imagining, that zombie scenario. You're like running in shit. Where you're like, oh man, I fucking missed both my 2 bullets. You're about to reload for your other one. You fuck up the reload. Imagine not being able to pull the trigger. That should be crazy.
As far as
yeah, like they could do that with the DualSense.
I'm not a big fan of the what do you call it? The touchpad. I don't like touchpad. Nothing. That shit is a hit or miss. That shit is not accurate to me. You know what I mean? The touchpad.
They even made the touchpad vibrate. How the fuck they make that?
Hey, my one real complaint about the PlayStation 5 really is like the UI. Like I hate that you have to hold down the PlayStation button to go home. It should be the other way around.
I didn't like that. I didn't like.
I hate that.
I didn't like the as far as the
And it's always the stupid action menu. That's what you do when you just press it.
Yeah, I don't like. If I want to be able to hold it and cut it off like I used to, I had to get used to fucking touching it to go down. Like they should have left it as it was. You know what I mean?
The way you gotta hit it, then go down, then go over to the power, then put it instead of just holding it.
Yeah,
like
the UI is pretty, but I think it's less functional. Like the
UI is bad. It looks good, but it's bad. It's too many layers to shit. You gotta click this, click here, go here, go here, go here, go here to get to shit. It's crazy. It is.
Yeah, they gotta fix that.
And you know what I hate? I hate the fact that the way the recording is on the PS5.
With that button,
you try to record.
Yeah, with the select button, what's the select button, whatever the hell it is.
The create button, is that what it's called now?
Yeah, I
have yet to even talk about that. They said they were going to.
Oh, Sony?
Yeah, remember they're like, we're going to talk more about this create button.
Did they add the PlayStation Now? I mean, the PlayStation, what do you call that shit? They actually do the videos on. What do you call that shit? The PlayStation goddamn app. Let's create the videos on with the green screen. What you call that shit? Now,
I don't even know.
What do you call that shit? Was it PlayStation Studios? What's the name of that goddamn
app? Something. I forgot what it was.
I wonder if they even add that up here.
Yeah, I remember that. It looked fucking amazing though.
Yeah, far as creating content. But I haven't
seen people make content with it, so I don't think it's out yet.
Oh shit! Thrash cut a whole promo on his shit, disc records and everything with his PS4, man. Shit. What we on though?
Shit. What are we on?
That nigga's on what? Rocket League again?
Maybe. Maybe that or Warzone. I don't know.
Warzone.
It's Friday.
Warzone. It's only 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock already. Story was dog. Should never wanted it to happen like that. Cause hey, yo, nigga, stop hating, yo, nigga. Stop hating superheroes. Let me text my brother Kratos, man.
Oh yeah, Share Factory. That's what it was.
Share Factory. Yeah, Share Factory.
Yeah, I was about to say, and talking about dead things. Remember Upload Studios?
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Man, that was the most gave up thing that Microsoft ever did.
They stopped supporting it. And, you can come. I mean,
they gave it one update sometime in the beginning of the generation. That was it.
It was like 2. You got when they had the last one, when they got the Forza Horizon 2 and Sunset Overdrive.
You're all over that green screen.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever recorded footage on the PS5?
No. I haven't.
Okay, I'm so accustomed to the Xbox. When you record, it'll record the last 60 seconds, the minute or 2 minutes, or even 5 minutes. The PlayStation 5 don't do that.
They don't.
I was trying to. I assumed that it would do the same thing, but it only recorded where I started the recording from. It didn't record anything prior to that. They need to fix that. That shit on the Xbox code. I don't know. The Xbox code, because even if you say you did a play, if Z throw a touchdown and do a woo up the bam, and he missed hitting the record button, even if he hit it, the Xbox will still go back and capture that footage for him.
They're saying you can post up. I don't know if maybe you're doing it wrong or
wait.
I never tried it.
You gotta go to the settings and switch it up. Oh man, I need to go in the settings then because
I remember I used to record gameplay with the PS4. It was super easy.
I'm not lying. It's the fact that when I hit record, it didn't do that for me, so I assumed it didn't do it. I didn't know you had to go into a setting to change it to do it. To do that, bro.
Yeah, motherfucking.
Let me check this out. Matter of fact, let me turn my shit on and check this out. Because that shit pissed me off. I
didn't realize, with the PS4, unless if a game doesn't support HDR, PS5, your HDR will never cut off, which is kind of cool.
Oh, I'm going to text Kratos, man.
Yeah, because your dashboard's in HDR, and if your game supports it, it just basically never turns off.
Let me text Kratos right now. Kratos.
Yeah. Much love to Kratos. I know he's going through it right now.
Yeah.
Kratos good?
Yeah, he popped sick or something like that.
Oh, man.
I'm
going to reach out to him.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Bro, I got new shit, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. But shout out to Hiphop Gamer. Swinging by. You know what I mean? My man was punctual. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, so he had to go. Had out here some other business meetings and some shit out to him, though. You know what I mean? But again, for those that may have joined late, you know what I mean? Hiphop Gamer, believe it or not, was maybe, you know what I mean, to start doing creating content. You know what I mean? I didn't know anything about, as far as, there were a YouTube side of things, whatever the case, but people making content, but someone that kind of talk like me. Let me dress a little. We got a little different style of taste in clothes, but you know what I mean. Started to hip hop, but you know what I mean.
Like me. New super chat. And he explains it to post up. Hey, post up. So no, you just press the share button, and it says you save recent gameplay. Just save a short clip, 15 seconds to 30 minutes, and then save the full video.
Oh, Alpha, what was good, bro?
So you just press the button. He says.
Okay, length of recent gameplay video. Okay, let me put. It's only 30 seconds. 3 minutes.
Yeah,
between 15 to 30, yeah.
5, 15, 30, and an hour.
Yeah. I'm PlayStation share functionality is really good.
I didn't even connect my my social media information and shit to it.
Please, leave me alone. You need to read when you on your stomach. Fuck out of here.
Man, Xbox controls still use
Hey, this was we were talking a lot about God of War in the stream, so there's a little debate we had a few days ago with Tsunami and I think maybe Dave or someone. All right, you know how they changed Kratos' voice actor?
Yeah.
So I was arguing because they're both great voice actors, but I said the new voice actor will deliver, these lines better. Like I think he probably would do a better job than the old voice actor would have done.
You know what I think it may be is that it's when they're newer, got newer text.
Hey, so
you know what I mean?
But do you think the old voice actor would have the same emotions as new Kratos?
Yeah, I don't know. Actor. That's old boy from Jake. What's his name? What's the black dude's name from not Living Color, Living Single, Living movies.
Yeah, but when you said like leave my home, you think it's gonna come out the same?
I think it depends on the line. I think my man got to leave my home. I mean,
yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think he's gonna have
I'll say this right. I don't know. Boy had some crazy lines in the first. You know what I mean? I just look at what it sounds, the way it does, and what it because of the technology they have now and how they can do it. But I would had they not told you that they changed the character, I'd have been none the wiser, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'd have been none the wiser. They changed them or not, I'd have been none the goddamn wiser. You know what I mean? Shit. Yeah, but shout out to everybody getting that swung by live. I'm about to go on Twitch. We're gonna do a little Warzone. You know what I mean? And Madden 2K or AP2, they changed him because of the mocap we talked about.
It was my fault.
That's why they changed him, bro. Shout out to AP. So they changed him because of the mocap. You know what I mean? There's a big muscular dude. You know what I mean? That's the guy from Stargate. You know what I mean? So they changed him because of the mocap.
It's my fault. I was moving too quick. I hit the red button instead of the, button. I fall to the left. That was my ignorance.
Yeah,
my bad. You feel the PlayStation Nation be so quick to jump on you, boy. They ain't even got a PS5. See, and they trying to jump on me. Ain't even got one.
Yeah. But shit, man. But that was the case, though. They had to change it. They could still have boy do the mocap and just have him do the voice.
Yeah, they said the same shit about Spider-Man. Like I don't really believe that reason.
Yeah, I mean, so
did the first voice?
But I just think the newest voice actor might fit this role better. That's my opinion. He fits this version of Kratos.
Did you play 3 at all, Neff? No.
Oh no, yeah, I played 3, but I think like that old voice actor is great for that Kratos. They're different Kratoses, Like that one was like fucking angry and out for vengeance. This one's different from that Kratos. He's older, wiser.
Some older, much wiser, stronger. Hold on, let me look at that damn dog on. Share your screen. Alright, hold on a second. I forgot. Oh man, I got this shit playing. They about to flag my shit. I forgot this shit got music in it, man. But hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, you know what? I'm about to go live on Twitch. Come on, I want to show everybody that subscribe.
No.
I mean, subscribe to me. You know what I mean? We're free with Amazon Prime. I appreciate you, man. On my road to 200 subscriptions, we back working, man. Neff, you got anything about to drop?
Nah.
I got you right now, though. No, nothing new. Lazy bastard.
Nothing new. I gotta find a new topic though. I did that cyberpunk thing. I don't know.
You did cyberpunk? Yeah.
I got my OBS set up. I did a test stream.
Yeah, I was watching your stream.
Yeah,
we gotta change that. We gotta change that stream resolution. It's 480p.
Oh, it's 480p.
Yeah.
I'll take it up.
You gotta go to your bit rate. Are you using a Mac or whatever?
Yeah, I'm on a Mac.
Hold on one second.
My bit rate was like 4,000. I think.
That's low. Goddamn, 4,000. No wonder you was 480.
Yeah. That's why I did the test stream. I didn't know. I think you should have said that doing it. What's the name? But I'm gonna.
I got my shit like a 17,000.
What?
Yeah, my shit like a 17,000.
Yeah, if your upload can support it, do it.
Yeah.
My upload.
You got to gig up and gig down, motherfucker.
Yeah,
let me see. Hold on, I'm coming right now, though. But listen, I'm about to go.
We balling over here with the bandwidth.
I see, man.
We balling out of control with the bandwidth over here.
Let me go here. Next gen.
Judah Rising with the $2. I need a PS5. Who got me?
Oh,
man, I'm trying to win one of them.
I got you.
Them MK joints, man. The Oreo joints.
What's with MK?
The YouTuber.
Who the fuck is his name? MK?
Yeah, MK. He giving away 12 PlayStation 5s and 12 Series X's.
Oh.
They custom.
I never heard of him.
You never heard of Marcus Brownlee?
The black dude?
Yeah, MKBHD. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just Mercy
He
Brown.
all you gotta do is be following him and stuff like that. He giving away 12 of, I think 12 of each.
Mm.
And he got like the black what's the names on him? Look like a fucking Oreo.
Oh, did I watch Outriders? Nah, they got some new shit. Drop the link. Yeah, drop it. Come on over to Twitch. We can talk about it.
What you got? Oh, I forgot those PS5s finally went live. Those custom ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot all about
Let me
those.
see. Let me go to the link. Wait, Twitch about to go there and pop some shit. We're gonna hop in another room. That's the link. Let me go. Let me get my stream key. Copy. So everybody rocked that live. I appreciate you, man. The back one later on. Actually, go do maybe expand your mind either tonight or tomorrow. But all that should be going on Twitch. We got it.
Hey, JT Game Time. He is looking for new talent, man. You got to reach out to him on Twitter.
Who that?
JT Game Time and Game Room Studio.
Okay.
Why he never let a real game man
hey,
on the
bro.
panel?
Hit me on Twitter. I'm sorry. Hey, come on to Twitch right now. Hey, come on. Give me a shit on Twitch. Click that link. I'll get your information there. Hold on, let this damn dog out. I've been pissed on my floor. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm going to Twitch right now. Next December 20. We can shoot the shit over there, bro.